Hey guys, Angus here. Got another airsoft gun video for you guys. Today, as you can tell, we're outdoors. That usually means we're going to be having a performance test today. Now, during this performance test, not only are we going to be chronoing the gun to see how fast and hard it shoots, we're also going to be taking a few shots downrange to see how accurate that particular airsoft weapon is. What gun are we going to be testing out today? Well, it's one I've been requested to do several times. This is the A&K Magpul licensed Masada Airsoft AEG. Now, if you're interested in purchasing this gun, either the black coloring here or the tan coloring, there'll be a link down below in the description to airsoftstation.com where you can buy this gun for about $275. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some of the details of the video before we go ahead and start shooting. We're going to be starting off with the chronograph portion of the video. Therefore, for the chrono, we have our included 300-round PMAG style magazine loaded up with .2 gram BBs, and inside our handguard we have a 9.6 volt 2300 milliamp small type nunchuck battery. With that being said, let's go ahead, take a few shots with the A&K Masada and see how hard it's shooting. Alright, so we've gone ahead and got the Extra Tech chronograph set up and ready to go. 0.2 gram BBs in the magazine and the 9.6 volt battery in the handguard. Let's see how hard this gun fires. Feet per second up first. 369, 368.6, 370.1, 373, 368.2, 368.2, and 368.1. So it looks like you're averaging right around maybe the 365 up to the 300, maybe 75 feet per second area. So a solid FPS. Now let's see how fast this gun fires. Rounds per minute up first before we convert that to rounds per second. 668 rounds per minute, which as you can see, converts roughly to about 11.14 rounds per second. Alright, so taking a look at the chronograph results, in my opinion, they're pretty nice. Starting off with feet per second, you're seeing an average of about 370 feet per second out of the Masada on 0.2 gram BBs. In my opinion, that's a great FPS to have in this gun because it can really go either way. Out of the box, perfect for field gameplay. You want to take this out into a woodland situation, perfect. It's got a good FPS for that. And also, say your CQB field chronos with 0.25 gram BBs, in which case this gun would probably chrono around the 330 to 340 FPS area. That should be perfectly legal for CQB. So the Masada can really go either way with its feet per second. Definitely good for field, but possibly also good for some CQB or urban combat as well. Now, rate of fire is where some people might get critical. It's kind of what I was expecting. I've handled a lot of A&K AEGs over the years, and really, when it comes to rate of fire out of the box, they're not too spectacular. You're seeing a perfectly respectable rate of fire on this gun of about 670 rounds per minute and 11 rounds per second. Might be a little slow to some people. I mean, maybe if you charge the battery as far as it could go, you might get around the 700 rounds per minute area out of this gun. But overall, rate of fire is respectable. If you're really concerned about it, you could throw a couple upgrades, really bring your rate of fire up a little bit. With that being said, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the accuracy test portion of the video. We're not going to be really changing anything with the gun, except we're going to be adjusting the hop-up and changing the BBs in our magazine to 0.25 gram for better accuracy. We're going to be firing at about 125 feet at a fairly small target, so let's go ahead and see how accurate the A&K Masada is. Alright, so we've got our target situated about 125 feet downrange. Sorry for the crude lawn chair target, but as you'll tell shortly, it actually works out rather well for the shooting test. So first up, semi-auto, hop-up adjusted, 0.25 gram BBs. Alright, so accuracy on semi-auto looks pretty good to me. A couple curving over and to the sides, but otherwise pretty accurate. Let's try full auto. Same thing with full auto. It actually seems pretty accurate. Alright, so taking a look at the accuracy test results there, I have to say this gun's definitely pretty accurate. Semi-automatic, a little bit less accurate. We're seeing quite a few BBs come into contact with the target, whether it's the base of it or the actual middle portion which we're aiming for, and then a couple of them kind of curved to the right, and one actually just kind of, I guess, got a little extra hop and just zinged over the top real high. So semi-automatic, the accuracy is decent. We're hitting the target, but sometimes maybe a little bit of curvature. Keep in mind that target's a little bit smaller than your human-sized opponents you would be shooting at in a game. Now full auto, besides that initial burst to get myself on target, this was a very accurate gun. Didn't suffer from that cloud effect. They all kind of stayed in a straight line, came into contact with the target. So full auto, definitely an accurate airsoft weapon. As for semi-automatic, pretty accurate as well. Overall, I have to rate the performance of the A&K Magpul licensed Masada to be very nice. The one thing people would probably whine about would be the rate of fire, but again, it's kind of what I expect out of a stock A&K AEG. So overall, you get a nice FPS on this gun of around 370, a decent rate of fire of around 680 rounds per minute, and pretty nice accuracy. So with that being said, this has been Deathcore Airsoft's performance test of the A&K Magpul licensed Masada Airsoft AEG. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.